Okay, so we're going to start with a little virtual etiquette. Okay, so why virtual etiquette? Well, that's basically like the rules of your classroom. Your online expectations for the kids need to be clear and they need to be concise. There should be rules for how they interact with each other and rules how they interact with you as the teacher. Some things to consider when you're creating online etiquette rules for your students is what they can, when they can use the chat, when they can speak and how, what happens if they're late to class, how do they interact with each other, how should they interact with you, what's appropriate versus inappropriate, kind of participation or interaction, and the consequences for the inappropriate interactions. Also, when and how are they to contact you or each other? Now, there's a video that I've done, found for you guys, and there's also a read all about it that we'll visit with later. The main thing that I wanted to cover with you guys is definitely Canvas. I know a lot of you guys are struggling with Canvas, and trust me, I understand because I'm kind of struggling too. It's all new to all of us. It helps if you know the lingo, okay? So we use Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, a new classroom is a new course in Canvas. In Google Classroom, the topics are the modules, okay? In Google Classroom, materials equals pages, and assignments are still assignments. But now you have some extra options with Canva. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm going to have you do first is set up a practice course. Don't worry, I'll walk you through this. Okay, so let's start with just the basics of Canvas. Okay, the first thing we need to do is you're going to click on that picture. Now, that picture is your settings. You notice how I have a picture there? Well, you can too. So when you're under settings, if you look at notifications, we're not going to fix these right now. This is for your course activity. If you'll go through, you can modify all these notifications. Do you want to be notified daily about grades? Do you want to be notified right away? Do you want to be notified daily? Do you want to have a weekly summary, or do you not want to be sent anything on certain of these? Now go through them after you've had a chance to really start exploring Canvas, and then you can change your notifications based on your needs, okay? The next part is profile. Now you notice that mine has a profile picture. You can have one too. All you have to do is go to Edit Profile, click on this picture, and then you can upload a picture, take a picture, or use a gravatar. The kids might do that because those are like avatars. Oh, there it is. It's a little late. When I click on choose the picture, it lets me choose the picture from my, download it onto my computer. So I'm going to choose the picture, and then I'm going to save it. So click on choose a picture, save it. If you're looking for the gravatar, of course, they'll send you one. Okay. So basically remember that your kids need to see your face because it's all online. They may not know you from last year. So it's nice to have a little information that they can see. Okay, something else is that you can create a biography. Just tell them what you teach, what courses. This might be where you might want to put office hours and things like that so that the kids have an idea and they don't have to search everywhere. It'll pop up when they see their page. I also added my Twitter to mine and any other professional links, like if I have a website or even links, you know, if you're running office hours and stuff like that. Okay. Files is just what it says, sounds like it is. It's uploaded files. It also shows you exactly what's already uploaded. So what you have in there. Okay. Settings. This one's crucial. So everybody click on settings. Okay. So when you click on settings, this is what the page you get. Okay. So to edit this page, you have to come over here and edit settings. Okay, so my name is correct on here. My display name, what are the kids going to see when they see your assignments? You notice here that I changed my display name and now it says Miss Hamilton settings. If you don't want the kids having your first name, this is where you might want to remove it. Okay, so if we keep growing down, make sure you're Central Time and then click on update when you finish those. Okay, just that part. Now, here's something that you need to know. Now I'm going to remove this. If you want to sync with your Google Drive, if it is sitting over here in other services, you need to click on this and move it to your drive. So access, it's going to make you log in. Okay, and allow. And so now, to know that you've done it correctly, it should be over here with your registered services. That way it syncs with your Google Drive and you can go grab materials out of your drive. Okay, the rest of them are just details, training portal details. There's some more, like every time the kids turn in an assignment, it gives you a little celebration. If you don't want the kids to have that, then it's like a confetti celebration for the kids. Then you can go ahead and disable that. But those are basically your personal settings. Now there's a difference between your course settings and your personal settings, but currently we're just fixing your personal settings, okay? So your shared content, whatever's shared with you, of course I have nothing shared yet. So when you start sharing content with other teachers, it'll show up here. There's an app for that. If you go and download the app, or you can actually click on the QR code and it'll take you to the mobile app and it'll allow you to download that way. Everybody's QR code is going to be for their course specifically. And so you can set up that way. Okay, is everybody clear about settings? Let's move on. This right here is your dashboard. Everything in this burnt orange area is going to be like your main control panel. Okay, so your dashboard lists all the courses that you have. So all the courses that your kids are enrolled in, that's what's going to be on your dashboard. Like any dashboard, I'm also enrolled as students in classes. So on their dashboard, this is what they're going to see. So when they click on that dashboard, the kids will see what's coming up. They can look at their calendar. They can know what's due. Any recent feedback, like if you graded something, they'll know. They can also view grades here. So these are the courses I'm taking, the courses I'm teaching. Of course, I don't have any grades right now. So anytime you want to go back, just click on that dashboard, and that's what it does for you. Okay, so now we get to courses. This is where you're going to create a course. Okay, so if you notice, all the courses that I have are published courses. If I have an unpublished course, it'll say that. So if I click on all courses, you see this is all my courses. Now let's say that one of my courses is for next semester. Okay, I don't want to see that course when I look on my dashboard. All I'm going to do is unclick the star. Okay, so if I click off the star, then I don't have to see that course anymore. So when I look at my dashboard view, I have all the classes except the one I took the star off of. Okay, so all my classes are still there. Instead of 5, I now have 4. So now if I go back to my courses and I decide, oh wait, I want to see that course after all I have to do is put the star back on and it appears. When you get your dashboard view, it also shows courses that you've removed yourself out of, which I did that course. Now to create a course, you're going to click on add a course. You're going to give your course a name. Now, normally when we're creating courses in Canvas, we call them sandboxes. So I would, so I know it's my training course, use what I teach or my last name and the word sandbox so that I know that this is the course that I'm going to play with. Okay, so go ahead and create that course. Your license, keep it private. You don't want it public domain. It's just your classroom. Okay. So now if you notice, my sandbox course is pretty boring. So I am going to play with this course so I can add stuff to it. Now up here, you can view the progress. You can export your content and save it in a file. You can also create modules here. Now, if you remember in the beginning, I told you that modules were like the lesson topics in Google Classroom, okay? So you can also, all your Commons favorites, you can find them right here. So let's start going through this. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to set up our settings, okay, in our courses. Okay, so in this new course we created. So we go scroll all the way. My toolbar needs to move. I can't get it to move. We scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh, toolbar, you're in the way. Oops. I apologize. I'm trying to get us back. There it is. Okay, see at the bottom here, there's settings. I apologize, but I'm not going to delete this video, okay? So you have to set up your settings for your course too. Now you notice that one of my courses had the picture of our thing, our emblem, our logo. So basically I just added that. So you can go to your pictures and add anything you want. I'm going to look for the name and logo. I'm going to open it and I'm going to add it. Now it gives you, that's the only view you get, unfortunately, but that's okay. So there's the name of my course. The course code is my last name. That's fine. Start and end dates, don't necessarily need to mess with that. Okay, if we keep scrolling down, we notice that these settings are pretty much set the way that you probably want them. Down here, you have more settings. When you scroll to more settings, you can let the students self-enroll by sharing the QR code with them, or you can show recent announcements on your course page. Go ahead and click that in your own courses, because that way your announcements, your recent announcements, like if you want the kids to finish a project real quick and get it handed in, it'll show on your home page. So the minute the kids open up their classroom with you, their course with you, they'll automatically see that. Let students attach files, let students create. So you can go ahead and fix these settings whenever you want, but make sure you click update course details so that you save those. Okay, so now on my home page, I don't have a home page thing. That's a whole nother training. It still looks like this, but I can get recent announcements with my kids. I don't have any right now. So announcements, you can create those. Just go to add an announcement, and that's how you're going to do that. Assignments, you can create those on the fly, or you can create them through modules, okay? So I'm going to show you how to create an assignment through a module, okay? When you click the plus sign, you're going to type in a module name. Now, these are the main topics. So let's say this module is training resources, okay? So I click on that, and I'm going to add the module. There it is. Now, to keep it organized, which I love it organized, I'm going to add all my assignments to my modules. So to add an assignment to a module, you just simply click on the plus sign. Now you can choose what that assignment's going to be. It can be a quiz, a file, a page, an assignment, a discussion, text header, external URL, which means like a video or something, or some kind of external tool. So here's what you have to choose from. You can pull it from your drive. You can get it from Khan Academy. You can get it from Office 360, YouTube for Schools. All of these are available to you. Canvas Studio is where you create videos, sort of like an Edpuzzle. So let's say I'm going to pull in something from my drive. Okay. When I do that, it'll give me my drive. I can search my drive. Let's see what I have on chemistry. Okay. So this assignment is going to be the chemistry review because that's all I have. Okay. So I'm going to submit it. And I'm going to add that item. When I add that item, you will notice that it'll appear here, okay? So I can also edit it. I can increase the indent so that it looks different from my training resources, but it's not a thing until I publish it. Anytime you do any work inside of this tool, you have to publish it. To publish it, you just simply click on this and click on this if you have to, and it turns green and it's published, okay? So when you go back to your modules page, well, this is the modules page. This is how the kids will see it, okay? If at any time you want to see how the kids see things, go to your home page and just click on student. Oopsie, I clicked on new announcement. I apologize. Go back to that home page, leave the announcement page, go back to the home page. Come on. Okay, and click on student view. So if you want to see how the students are going to see it so you can organize it better, that's how the students will see it. Okay? So since they're published, the students can see all this work in the classroom. Anything you publish, they can see. If you want to save on the publish or change the due date or the date they see it, then they won't see it until the actual due date. Okay, so let's say let's say I want to add another module. I can add another module, or I can add a discussion. So let's just add a discussion. So let's say you're taught, you can search by title or author. You can do add different kind of discussions. So when you go to add a discussion, just put a topic and then how it's going to be graded. You can it doesn't want to go to all sections. Make sure you only post it to the classes that you want to post it to. This is a group discussion. You can click on that. And then once you save it, it may make me give him more information. It doesn't have a title. Okay, so you're subscribed to it. If you publish it, it's going to show up. When you go to that home page, since I don't have an actual home page, okay. So, and then when I go to my discussions, it'll actually show up there. Okay, so whenever you create a discussion, it's going to show up on your discussion page unless you create the discussion in your module. I work through my module because it's just easier to do. Now, grades is part of this. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to try to go through the basics. Your students, of course, when you click on students, it'll show, your classes will show all the students that you have. Oops. So it'll show all the students, all the people that are in this class. I'm in this class because I'm the teacher. Pages, files, syllabus, all these things you can go through. I'm not going to go through them right now. So for right now, you just need to know modules. That's how you're going to add assignments. And that's all under courses that you need to know. Now, the next place I'm going to take you is to the Commons. Now, it's very important that I take you here because if you talk to Miss G, all her assignments were in the Commons. Now, you can filter through the Commons. You can only look for courses, templates, whatever. Or if you already know, like your instructional IDF has created something. We were looking through this earlier for Miss G, and Mary Shelton had actually created their coursework. So Mary Shelton created the course, and it's a course. It'll tell you it's a course. That tells you that it's going to look like the setup that we were just creating. Okay, so if I click on the blue, let's say I want the reading course. I click on that blue, and then I can preview it. This is everything that's in this course. She's created quite a lot of material for the coursework. You'll have to know the details. It's in your learning plan. Okay, so the details tells you who, for what district. You can leave a review, anything. It tells you the grade level. So if you say, oh, that's what I want. So you can either add it to your favorites and come get it later. You can copy the link, or you can just import it. So if I'm going to import it, I'm going to import it not to all my classes, but to my Hamilton Sandbox, which is this training class. So once I import it, it says, yay, you were successful. You got it done. Okay. Some of your coursework might be in the Commons. You just might have to search for it. Now I want to go and see what happened with that. So I'm going to go back to my courses. I'm going to go back to the Hamilton Sandbox. It's an unpublished course, but that's okay. And all of a sudden, my course has a whole new look. The reason it does is because I imported all that from her. So I'm just going to go fill in the blanks. I have to edit. I have to click the edit pencil so I can fill in the things that need to be done, because she's literally done all the work for me. So when editing, I'm going to go to my home page first. And I can add, oopsie. I should be able to add my teacher name. Oh, for some reason it's not letting me. And your teacher name, your virtual office hours, and your phone number. Maybe it has to be published. Let's publish this. To add, to edit this. Okay. It should give me a space to edit it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's all in here. I apologize. Welcome to reading 1. That's the first line. I'm going to add my name here as the teacher, Ardell. Oh, Miss Hamilton. Okay. Then I'm going to add my email, my virtual office hours, and my phone number. Please don't forget to save and publish everything, or it's not a done deal. So now that page looks like this. So when I go to view all pages, I can now make that my front page. Well, it actually made itself its front page. But if you want to remove it from the front page and add something else, you can. You can send it to another teacher. You can share it to the Commons, or you can edit. Okay. But right now, I'm good with that being on the front page. So I'm going to look through it, and I'm going to click on modules, because I know I need those modules, and boom, all of them are added for me. The green check mark means they've been published so the kids can see them. So you can edit these modules. You can edit everything in it. So if you're going to edit, like, you can edit what it looks like. You can add an update. You can add a requirement, a prerequisite. You can edit the assignments in there. Update. So you can look at the assignments, and then you'll have to go in, and if you want to edit it, change due dates and stuff like that, you can do that. This one was posted to all sections. Don't want that. Oh, drop down Hamilton Sandbox. Okay, I can add to it. I can change when it's available and when it closes. And then I can hit save, and that's how I'm going to edit something that came from the Commons. Basically, oh, it's post to Sandbox. For some reason, it didn't take the Sandbox. Save. Okay. That's basically enough information to be dangerous for you. There's still other things like the conferencing. I'm going to hold office hours after 2 o'clock today. And I'm also going to hold office hours Friday. And I'm going to hold office hours tomorrow. If you'd like to join me in my office hours, they are going to be on the presentation card in the beginning. I've also created, if you'll go back to the comments, I have created a training course in itself in the comments. If you look me up, and my name is Ardell Hamilton, there it is. It's called the Name and Forest Sandbox. So go ahead and click on that. Click on the blue, and you can import that to the new course that you trained. And it has training videos for everything I cover today. And you also have this video as a resource. I hope that helps.